Pisces, Pisces, dear Pisces. I am so happy and I'm so grateful that money comes to you and I in increasing quantity on a continuous basis through various sources, all in a positive and peaceful manner. Good vibes only. I'm free and I'm awake. What's up? I miss you guys. I miss being over here, just being me, being the Pisces. Because we cannot be, well, we can be I'm who I am regardless, but it just feels, I can say it feels more comfortable, okay? Because it's not comfortable with all these weirdos, all these other peoples, the naysayers. It's like, all this, don't do this, and don't be like that, and don't say that, and it's not right. And it's like, okay, I don't live like that. Or I have to, these people, some people, you know what I learned is they're so hung up on titles and like business and like just it's ridiculous. It's like I'd be like, wow, okay, this is definitely not my tribe of people that act like this. Like, man, we're all just people, and we all have a problem that needs to be solved. If you can help solve my problem, I'll pay you. If you can, and vice versa. You know, like the money is just, it's just the energy, it's the circle. Keep the circle going, you know? I don't know. I don't get it. But, you know, Pisces, you're in the energy right now. If you're anything like me, you're in the energy. And I can feel this energy heavy. And it's not just me, though. Honestly, it's not just me. There's an energy of letting go of all the old things that were keeping you stuck, keeping you too comfortable in being in alignment with your old self, your old like circle, your old environments. Like it's time to let it go. And I feel like we're getting the strength to stand in, you know, what we know to be true about ourselves. We're able to grasp and understand our worth. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times Pisces struggle with knowing their worth and overextending ourselves for other people that do not have our best interests a lot of the times. You know what I mean? And if Pisces, if male or female Pisces watching, if you are in a situation where you're missing people, or you're like, oh, I just miss this person, or, and you know you had to cut them off because they weren't serving you. It wasn't, and it's bigger than them not serving you. It's more so you see people like, so you meet people in connection to where you're at, right? Most of the time. Like, it's like whoever you meet, especially in a romantic relationship, but it happens in friendships as well. So you can look around at your circle and see where you're at. Like if your circle is millionaires, then you're pretty much well on your way. You feel me? Like it depends on where it's, all the people that you're talking to or you're connecting with on a daily basis, though, that is exactly where you're at. It's a mirror of where you're at mentally or where you're at in life, right? So like, let's just say, you know, you connected with somebody and you found that, you know, it wasn't working, you know, and you thought it was going to be forever. Like you thought this person was going to be around, and you thought that you guys were on the same page, right? You know, and Pisces, what I'm learning is we get disappointed a lot in that lane because, you know, more than not, you know, it's like men and women, they get us confused a lot, you know. They get us confused a lot, and they don't, and I don't even think it's purposely. I just really think that, you know, a lot of times we get twisted up and people's understandings and perceptions of things get twisted up. It happens. But in the midst of it, when you're dealing with somebody and you miss them and you want to be with them, but you know that it's not really, you're really looking at the whole bigger picture, and you're like, well, you know, and it's like, it's a thing where people choose to stay in certain energy, or they choose to stay in certain places in life, right? Which causes us to separate. Because if I'm growing and I'm trying to go this way, and I see that you're going this way, or you're somewhere where I've already been, and you're choosing to stay there, right? It's like I can't stay there with you, because now I'm stunting my own growth. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like, as much as you just want to go and deal with this, you might feel like you miss them, you want to have sex with them, you might miss them kissing on them or loving on them, you miss doing things that y'all used to do together, you miss doing whatever it is that you're missing. But what do you want more? Do you want that relationship and stunt your growth, or do you want to move forward and see what's in store for you? And maybe that person is in store for you later, but right now they're not there. Like, they're sitting there battling their own demons. They're trying to figure out which way is up on their end with their things. You know what I'm saying? And when relationships don't work out, and the other person is not wanting it to be over, and they're fighting for it, and they're like, ugh, and you're supposed to fight for what you want. Like, that's a fact. But you have to be willing to make the changes that come with that. Like, Pisces, I can't tell you how many times, and I'm gonna just give you like a story example. Let's just say, I leave somebody and I tell them, like, this is not working out, whatever, however you break up, right? However you have to part ways with somebody, because honestly, it's no easy way to do that. You're like, who wants to part ways with people that they love? You know what I'm saying? But if you stay there, you ain't gonna grow. That's the only problem. Like, it's literally like crabs in the bucket. Like, you want them to grow with you. You reaching down like, man, bro, please come with me. You're not saying that, but you can't talk to them like this, because, we're Pisces. You can't talk to them unless they're another Pisces. But you can't talk to them like this and be like, I'm maxing out my ceiling right quick, right now, and I'm trying to move forward, and I feel like I'm staying stuck, and if not stuck, going backwards in this connection. Even though it's fun, it's sometimes that toxic stuff be fun, it feel good, it's fiery, it's passionate, it's like, ooh, I want to do it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, but you looking over there at your future like, oh man, and then your future like, come on, and then you like, just one more go round, and they like, man, for real, like, you really gonna do this? Even God, like, so you gonna do this? And he's looking like, you do this, you do understand what comes with it. There's consequences when you know better and you don't do better. It's consequences when you know it's time to go and you don't. It is. And a lot of times them consequences be real harsh, and I'm at the age where I really don't want to go, like, I don't want to feel the wrath of not being obedient and moving forward. Like, I don't want to feel that wrath. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather say goodbye to you in hopes. Okay, let's just say we're going to do a visual. Let's just say I'm on the boat. And I'm like, bye. I'm saying goodbye to this connection or this person, place, or thing that is no longer serving me, that I would love to stay here and do another round and have fun. But I gotta go. I gotta catch this boat, this Uber, this ride, this Lyft, this takeoff, this missile, this, jet. I gotta catch it. So I'm on the boat and I'm on the jet or whatever, and my people, place, thing that is no longer serving me is sitting over there, and it's looking at me like, and we can really use a person, because the people can catch up, and it's like, you're looking like, can't you just level up? Can't you just understand where I'm at, and can you just come over here? Like, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like the dude is standing on the thing, or the girl or the guy is standing on the dock looking at you leave, knowing that you're their everything, you know. And they're like going back and forth in their head about, which you shouldn't want nobody that has to go back and forth in their head about you. They should know that this is what I want and I'm willing to level up and do what it takes to get it. You know what I'm saying? You're worth that, Pisces. You are worth that. And if they don't see that you're worth it, you chuck up the deuce like it ain't nothing and you just go. Like, there will be somebody else to keep you company later on in that journey. But in the meantime, you got to go. You can't sit there and stay stagnant and repeat cycles on things that you've already been through, especially when your spirit is antagonizing you and beating at you. And I'm talking about that is like torture. Like, it literally is torture. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what Pisces like can feel me on this, right? But is it not like complete torture when your spirit is like bugging you about this person to basically either have a sit down with them or let it go, or it's you're not happy. And the worst part is when you try to have that conversation and that person don't understand. That's like heartbreak hotel, man. I'm talking about you just be like, man, you don't get it. Especially when they try to hold on to their pride and pretend like they don't know what you're talking about. It's like, dang, I got to get on the boat. I got to get on the boat. And you are sitting there looking at them and they're just sitting back there trying to like go back and forth, like, and probably telling themselves like, oh, he ain't hitting on nothing no way, or he ain't, boo, you know, trying to kind of bash you in their head in a sense so they can feel better about letting you go, or not letting you go because you going anyway, but like by not fighting for it, by not giving you what you want. Because Pisces, you're on the other end. You want them to level up, you want them to come, but they don't get it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the relationship's going to be empty for you anyway. It's going to be pieces that you're not getting fulfilled. You're not going to have emotional fulfillment, period. It's just as much as bad as you want it, as bad as you want to pretend like you could just dumb yourself down and deal with them. But it's like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that because I'm going to be very unhappy. Right? So now they sitting there and then he or she is waiting to the last minute to jump in the water and come after you. Then by the time you gonna be like, man, you don't even look the same. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, you took so long. I don't even know, my little fire done burned out. Now you gotta come back and try to get the fire burnt back up again. Like, it's just a lot with that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, why? You know, but I've came to realize that people really, like, I've really grasped the meaning of people are like ships passing through the night, because that's what my father told me, and it sticks with me. I don't know what, you know, certain things that people say to you, it just sticks, and that actually stuck to me, and it made sense. Like, it makes sense now. I'm gonna say that it makes sense now that people are like ships passing through the night. And we literally, like, don't know how long they're there for. So I guess you know that song, India Arie? When she be like, he is the truth, and I'm glad that I knew you at all. See, I think it's, he is the truth. I love the way that he makes me feel. I think that's the song. If I am a reflection of him, then I must be fly and so nice or something. But that song is so dope because she says basically, like, even if you don't, like, even if this relationship like has to part or we have to detach, why can't we just be happy with the time we spent together, you know? But I mean, on the other hand, you'd be mad because you don't want it to end. So then you're mad at the person because you're like, why did you make this end? But then they're mad at you because they don't understand you because you're a Pisces, and they don't understand how deep you go, and they don't understand the bigger picture. They don't understand. And the biggest part about it all is they mostly all my exes always get it after I leave them. Way after, like way. Like, it's annoying, but you know, hey. And then by that time, it's like I have no care in the world, whether I have no attachment to them, so it's easy to talk to them and listen to what they have to say. But in the moment, there was no way I would have ever been able to hear, you know, what they were saying, because I was angry with them because they didn't catch on to understand the connection, so we could stay in the connection and enjoy the feeling. You know what I'm saying? The feeling is like unbelievable when you feel it. Like, you can't get it all the time. Like that feeling, you know, that feeling, that in love, like you in love and you just can't wait to just be with them or see them or call them, or like you in a meeting and you all you can think about is getting to the phone and to call them or see them or whatever. That feeling, once it's gone, it's like, God damn, you let the feeling go. So that's why I'd be mad at. I don't know about you, Pisces, but that's what I'd be mad at. You know what I'm saying? Because I had to let you go because you acting like you don't know what's up. You really don't know what's going on. Like, and I knew like, it's like at first I'm cautious, and I'm you know, trying to figure out, you know, is this person really for real? Like, is they certified? But then, like, because a lot of people fake it. You know, they fake it till they make it. They be yesing you to death, you know, because you're beautiful. They're like, oh, whatever she wants, I'll tell her. You know what I'm saying? Then after you get it, then they think they got you. Then they start to resort. They don't realize that they're doing it, though. You know, they truly don't realize that they're going back and sliding into their old ways, or whoever they really are, because they was wearing a mask. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe they were just thinking they had you and they could kind of just do whatever that it is that they wanted to do. But either way, it was still not a good win. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, like, I really, you know, once I feel like I connected with you solid, I throw caution to the wind. But yeah, I'm getting old enough to where I have to be very observant for an extended period of time. Like, I can't just rush into things, because Pisces, that's what we do. We're Pisces, we're water. We like to flow. We don't want to be like, wait. Like, if there's a flow going, we don't want to be like, hold the flow and put a dam there, because we got to make sure you're cool people before we open up to you and just flow with you. Because that's what we like to do. And then you got these people, these other signs, that don't understand that, and they mess the flow up, man. That thing don't do nothing but it really ticks me off. You know, I'm trying not to curse, so I'm doing Ramadan is just a new little journey that I'm on. But yeah, it ticks me off, because I got to go, and now you done jumped in the water after I'm halfway where I'm supposed to be going, trying to last minute, like, oh, I get it. It's like, bruh, I don't even care now. Like, why didn't you talk to me or reach out? Why didn't you say, I get it? You know, like, you know, men, and there's some women, but mostly men, they don't really understand, you know. And definitely if you got a Pisces woman, it's probably very challenging for you to fully understand us, because, you know, we live in two different worlds, you know, spiritual world, and we live in the 3D and the 5D. So anyway, but yeah, and the thing is, Pisces, just be sure that you don't stay in those relationships when you're told to go, because not only is it going to be bad for you, right? You're going to be unhappy, right? But on top of all of that, you're not going to be able to be who you fully are, right? Like, I remember when I was with somebody, and he's not my ex, but he's my ex, the guy before him. So he literally used to tell me this. He's like, I just love to see you with your people. You look so happy. And because I act different with him than I did with my people, only because I didn't really vibe with him no more. I was just like, I don't like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the vibe was gone. I didn't have no vibe with this man. I wasn't being honest with myself. But I mean, of course, we ended it, but it was a harsh ending because I ignored all that other stuff. Like what I'm telling you, like when you ignore it, like when you know it's time, it's over with, and you keep, it gets worse and worse. A whole bunch of tower moments here. It be bow, 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 hitting you in the face. It really, your life really can be turned upside down if you ignore the stuff. You know what I'm saying? This is speaking from experience, okay? So, I kind of knew that vibe was gone, but I still kept trying to, knock on the door and see if it'll, change, or I don't know what I was doing. But my point that I'm making is he would notice that I was not like that with him, and it bothered him. Like, I was not happy with him at all, like at all. I used to cry. Like, no lie, I cried one time, a couple times, but one time particular, I never forget. We was out to dinner and we were on a rooftop. I'm supposed to be happy. I'm supposed to be with the love of my life, this person I'm supposed to marry, all this stuff. And I'm outside on the rooftop with my best friend, my sister, like crying. I don't know what's wrong with me. Why am I unhappy? And she's like, what happened? I'm like, nothing happened. Like, nothing happened. I don't even know what's going on. I'm just unhappy. So, it's like, that should have been a big red flag, right? I mean, it doesn't matter if you have physical proof of anything, man. If you're not feeling good, something is wrong, okay? And then later on, if you want to sit around and wait for all that confirmation, I'm telling you, don't do that. The confirmation be so brutal. You be like, man, I'm I'ma just stick with how I feel. If I don't feel right, it ain't right. I'm not that nosy where I need to know why. I used to be, but I'm not anymore. Okay? And you Pisces don't need to be either, because if you don't feel right, bruh, just hit the road jack. Just hit the road jack. And if you have a conversation with them and you let them know, like, in a kind way, and you try to just, peacefully separate yourself, and they don't understand it or whatever, try to help them understand it the best you possibly can. If they're rude, then, you definitely can cut them off or block them. However, if they trying to come back and disturb your peace, and they haven't really changed, or they don't understand what went wrong, or you guys didn't have like a proper reconciliation. And if you haven't seen my video on reconciliations, please go watch it. But that's on Queen of Second Chances platform. I did that. But yeah, and go check out Pisces. Go check out Queen of Second Chances and like, share, and subscribe. I think I might post this video on on Queen of Second Chances as well, because we need some more people over here, don't we? So yeah, but just make sure that you're not overstaying your welcome. Things that no longer serve you, because it's going to cause some huge, brutal lessons to occur that you probably already learned, and you don't want to go back through those cycles, okay? Like, you really don't. You know what it is. You know what to do. You are the most intuitive sign there is, okay? And I want you to love you because I love you. Till next time, I wish you peace, health, wealth, and the time to enjoy them all. Bye, Pisces.